This show is not exactly what I was expecting it to be, but then at the same time it is. Hi my love, it's your Lady Girl from Runaway, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a Transforming Rollie premiere episode review. Now, before I get into it, let's get this housekeeping over with. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video. Before I even get into it, girl, I'm already telling you to like it, period. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And let's just hop into it because that's what we do. Okay, so it starts off with a Rollie monologue, and she's like, the world has, been introduced to me as Rollie Polie Snacks Mills, but my real name is Goldie. And, I know that I was named this as a dig to my weight, and it's something that I've always dealt with. This is something that I've always dealt with, but I want to remain confident. I've always been a confident BBW, and this is kind of who I am. In her monologue, she mentions that she has to go under the knife so that way she can be here for her son. And when she said that, at first I'm like, girl, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Because excuse me? All right, you're going to go under the knife so you can be here for your son. I mean, y'all can say what you want. I just feel like Rollie has made up a lot of excuses as to justify why she's gotten the procedures and the surgeries that she wanted to, because we all know that going under the knife has its own set of risks and issues. But we see what you're doing, Rollie. Go off. Let me not even, I don't even want this to be too long, y'all, because I feel it coming on. I feel it over me already, and I'm gonna try to keep it cute. Anyway, she lets us know a little bit about her, like who she is as a person. She's like, she's always been by herself. Her mom was always about her business. Her sisters had others, their other siblings and their dad, and she's just always been alone. And so she wants to make some changes. She struggles with her mental health. She said she was, clinically depressed and all of these things like this. So the monologue was really cute. I feel like she did a good job at making it personable. Whoever wrote those words for her, good job, because it kind of surmised what we plan to see, in the show. Cool. All right, boom. So Rollie is in her Uber X, her Uber Black, and she's with her girlfriend Raina. Raina is her booking manager. So she's pretty much talking, and they're like, the booking manager is like, girl, I'm nervous for you. And Rollie is just, talking about her procedures. And she's like, hide your husbands, hide your sons, because I'm outside this summer. You know what I mean? And again, I feel like a lot of these girls succumb to the knife and plastic surgery because they want to be more desirable. It literally has less to do with health and more to do with the aesthetic. All right? Y'all know how I am. We're going to call it what it is. Look, y'all, in all fairness, I'm all for any woman feeling good about themselves. All women should be made to feel good, and whatever you need to do to feel good about yourself, girl, go for it. Within reason, okay? Within reason. Don't come up here talking about you doing this for your son, and then in the very next breath you talking about hide your kids, hide your husbands, cause I just got the BBL. Cause which one is it? Anyway, they arrive. Well, she gets a phone call from the surgeon girl, the surgeon's assistant, basically saying that one of the surgeons was gonna be there because she's in Atlanta or something along those lines, girls. I don't know what exactly was happening, but she get a phone call saying that something was going to be changing, and she was fine with it. They get there, and she calls her mom, and she's like, Mom, wish me luck. I'm about to go for the surgery. And her mom was like, girl, ain't no luck. You got this. And I'm just like, child, one thing we gonna do is just downplay and just say it in a real rough way. Like, girl, ain't no wish me luck. You got this. Like, baby, you could have said anything. This could be your last time talking to this girl. Anyway, so she compared bodies of girls who she wants to kind of look like. This is normal. I feel like any girl who is in the fitness niche or genre, or in the fitness journey, I should say, then that you have, like, you look up girls who have similar body types. Now Rollie is out here like, I know she's taller so she can carry more weight. Then girl, that's not the body type or that person that you kind of need to be nitpicking from. You need to find somebody who kind of like matches your body type, body style, like all of these things. Okay, is she an endomorph? If she's ectomorph, like you need to be very like you know, you can't cherry pick and say I want to look like this small petite girl. Y'all don't even have the same bone structure. It's much like and akin to if y'all are looking up lock tutorials and lock videos, and I have 4C hair, baby. My locks are going to look different than somebody who has 3B hair. You know what I mean? So you gotta kind of be like realistic in the people that you look to when you have these body goals. Red flag number 3. So Rollie sits down with the surgeon, and the surgeon, you know, is kind of cracking jokes. And he's like, first we're going to do the BBL, and then we're going to do, you know, the back lipo, okay, and then the rolls, like whatever the case. And so, you know, once you have the less weight that you have on your body, the more able you'll be able to move and work out and kind of still work towards your weight goals. Now I'm thinking she going in there for a consultation. Oh no, we're doing the consultation and the procedure the same day. I'm like, oh, Zeus ain't fucking around. We get to it, because you know how we like to drag it out over there at the Zeus network, girl. Look at this girl. I give up. I ain't even got time. So anyway, so she's like, all right, we're about to get this going and go and rock and roll. And the doctor is like, oh yeah, we're gonna rock and roll. And I just feel like these surgeons be so out of control nowadays. Like, these surgeons be on the ticky-tacky. These surgeons just be outside, you know, screaming dreams and nightmares. Shout out to those who watch my story time. Outside, you know, singing dreams to nightmares in full chest to kind of get more people to come in and use care credit so y'all can get these BBLs. I mean, like, they are so clear in targeting people that look like this. And so we see that, how that transfers and how that translates into the social media space.
A bad host. Can I get you guys something to drink? Oh, please, you're fine. I'll have a water when you get a second. Water? Got it. Dalton, did you want a water or anything? I'll do a root beer float. You can't just go to someone's house and ask them to make you a root beer float. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I would. I just don't have root beer. Oh, okay. It's fine. I'll have a milkshake then. Dude, pick a household drink.
Passed you by, and you gonna be riding around in a Honda Accord. You scary as hell. You bony. Aw. You probably only gonna make enough money to buy yourself a Honda Civic.
I ain't never seen so many surgeons with this much personality and black scent and all of these things since the whole surgeons wave called. And now they want everybody to come to they BBL, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They do it like, it'd be crazy. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Long story short, these surgeons are out of control. So anyway, they're going through everything you need to know about the BBL. So you have 6 weeks, y'all. 6 weeks of no sitting. Okay, you cannot sit on your butt at all. And you know, I'm thinking to myself, 6 weeks no sitting, that's at least 1 month off of work. Okay, how are all of these girls, one, getting a month and some change off of work? You got to have a month's salary. All right, and no tea, no shade, it's a lot of girls who are getting BBLs just to go back to work and be a dental hygienist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even an investment for their career. Like, when the girls is out here, you know, moving and grooving and they dancing and they selling a little piece of cat on the side, it makes all the sense in the world, bitch. It's an investment. But I really don't care if, you know, if my case manager went to just go get a BBL or not. I mean, like, the thing about it is, I just don't understand why how are these regular girls, the CNAs, the, you know, the librarians, you know, the girl at the Wawa, how are these girls getting a month and some change off from work? And also, too, for the 6 weeks you can't sit on your butt, you in diapers for the whole 6 weeks? Like, you like, I don't get it. Why do the regular girls, and when I say regular, I mean that with the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to shade nobody. You get what I'm saying? Because, listen, we all out here getting it some sort of way, right? But I just don't understand why you girls who, you know, is cleaning teeth for a living need to have a BBL. I don't care if Carol, I don't care. It doesn't even make sense for me. Anyway, do they get I'm sure they can't get FMLA for that. How are they getting a month off work? Not unless you was like a 1099 worker. And when I say 1099 worker, I'm talking about y'all know what I'm trying to say. What they say on Twitter, the 403. If you a 403, then, like, you know, I get it. But the other girls, you about to go get a BBL so you can't even sit down and work your office job in your cubicle, sister? What are we doing? Anyway, Rollie comes out and she's getting all of her markings done. And Rollie is bold. Oh my gosh, Rollie is so bold. Like, you know, women can't even come onto camera without having makeup on, without having a filter, girl. She's out here showing complete raw body, hyperpigmentation, a little piece of ash here. She had a little scar, a little mark on her boob there. I'm like, yo, like you is a different type of bold. Like, baby, listen, if not for nothing else, girl, you did that. So, they're going through everything. She's sitting on this little ass table and I'm concerned. I'm like, girl, one false move, one little twitch, bitch, you off of this thing onto the ground, poking and prying things is in you, it's jammed in. My mind thinks like this, okay? My mind is in a constant state of final destination and I'm always gonna think about the worst. It's terrible. I need to really kind of work at that. But that little ass table, they had her hyped up on and shit, motherfucking Fred Munch. I just couldn't get into it. So they're going through everything and they're spraying a Benadryl on her. And she was like, oh, I remember this from my C-section. And I know that like when women get C-sections, there's something that happens when like your tissues separate from your body, or, you know, your walls or something recti. If you're a woman, you had a baby, you know what I'm talking about. But like it's hard to form abdominal muscles in your lower abdomen from the C-section. They kind of cut so deep that you have to do like a reconnection of your body. And so women that go through that have a different form in their body. It's certain things that you got to really work at. I mean, I'm talking about you get a pelvic floor therapist, you know, which give me 20 giggles right now. It's like, okay, bucket, let me stop. All right, girl, terrible, inappropriate. Oh my god, no. So anyway, she probably had one of those bodies where, like, even let's just say she had that C-section, if she wasn't working out immediately after working out with the right people, she was never going to achieve a six-pack. And she said she's been a BBL since, or plus size since 11 years old. So, you know, if you don't engage your muscles, girl, it's so true. Like you don't use it, you lose it. So I can see how somebody in that situation is like, girl, I can't get rid of this stomach. I done had this baby. I got this diastasis recti, whatever it's called. And I'm gonna go get me a little piece of something. I get it. I really do. Because again, I'm a girl's girl. I want women to feel good. I don't know, y'all, my voice, like my allergies. Anyway, they start off with the small needles, and then after the small needles, they got these big ass needles is what I wrote down. Okay, big ass needles came out, and then they got to, so the small needles, she's like, oh, this felt like little mosquito bites or like a tattoo or something. She's like, you got plenty of those. And then they had the big needles that was going to be deep tissue anesthesia. Now, she did her BBL completely under no anesthesia. She only had local anesthesia. That was very surprising to me. That was very surprising to me. Girl, that was really surprising to me. Apparently this is common. A lot of these girls are getting BBLs, which is local anesthesia, especially if you want a bigger or the plus side. You know, anesthesia in general is going to slow your heart down. So they don't want to run the risk of doing this procedure on you, girl. You got a complication with your heart, girl. Your beeper ain't working no more. So let's not do it. Also, too, it's a little cheaper, too. So some of the girls who are maybe not necessarily big, but they don't want to foot the bill of that, you know, propofol, which is typically what they use for this procedure, or any general anesthesia. This is with the Michael Jackson drug, girl. If you don't want to pay for that propofol, that ticket, you know, we just hit me up locally. I'm good. So a lot of people was like, I can't believe she did that locally. Well, big girls do it because of the heart issues. The surgeons will say, I don't want to run the risk of putting you under general anesthesia, because let's face it, when you are a bigger person, there are certain things that are like, you have, you know, tissues and fat going around your heart. You might have some breathing issues that go along with being heavier set. And if we're already in a relaxed state, we don't want to run the risk. Also, to the girls who are skinny, they just can't afford it, girl. They were like, give me local anesthesia. So this is very common within this cosmetic industry, whatever. So the girl, she was holding her down. That girl, she was holding her the fuck down, baby. I don't care what y'all say. She had little gold hoop earrings in. She was quoting Trina and shit. I'm like, okay, bitch, I need her somewhere. I mean, I wouldn't get a procedure like that, but She seemed like she can come in handy for something. You hear what I'm saying? So she like, you know, you just need to hold my hand. You can squeeze it as hard as you can. I don't care. I hate when people say that because it's like, bitch, if I'm in so much pain, like they're trying to do that when you're having a baby. Like, girl, this hand, me squeezing your hand is not taking away the fact that I'm literally passing a body through my fucking, like, it just doesn't make sense. But, you know, it's a form of support. And this woman was very supportive. She was a little unhinged, a little ratchet, you know, a little unpolished, but we like those kind of things. I ain't never about to judge her to be like whatever. Now, she seemed like she got the little surgeon etiquette because she was in there talking like, you're doing such a good job, just walking her through it. And what y'all have to understand is when these people are running businesses, they need to have somebody in there that speak the language. This seems like regular Tonisha and Tommy is everybody's just getting BBLs. It's not even a prestige anymore, right? So they need to have somebody. It's just like when you go somewhere that's a little urban and they got the girl at the front desk, she be right with that shit. Yeah, well, hello, because they need to have somebody to speak the language. It's given they got her at Gold's Gym, child, need to be Gold's Gym, whatever it is, the Gold Surgeon, because she speaks the language. So they're doing the Benadine. I'm like, girl, not the Benadine looking like blood. The surgeon starts, right? And so she's doing the she starts, so they doing, she's like, yeah, girl, you about to have an ass so big like the sun. Hope you got a mouthful of it. I want to, now she didn't say all of that, but I'm just saying, so she's in pain, but she's laughing and she's in pain, and she's like, oh my God, it's like an inside massage. And I do see that Rollie being the type of person that has like a nervous laugh. I don't know if y'all picked up on that. I think that she knows that she was being recorded. So I just feel like everybody does it. If you are out with a group of friends and you all get a tattoo, like, you're going to try to control your emotions a little bit more than if you were by yourself in a shop full of people you didn't know about. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like Rollie was kind of holding back some. So they did her stomach part and they were taking the fat out of her. And it was like, oh my gosh, you already got 2 pints of liquid gold. Rollie, you got a lot. Oh my God, Rollie got, I mean, girl, Rollie was big as hell. Of course she has a lot, bitch. This is why we're here. So, you know, they're getting everything out. They're getting everything out. And she was like, on one side, those needles was big. So she was like, I gotta make some tunnels. On one side, she's like, okay, well, that's gonna be your sore spot. That's gonna be your sore side. Now that shit is true. Everybody, your left side is completely different than your right side of your body. Your left side might be bigger. Your right side, it's just how it is. So they turn her over, then lay on her stomach, and they're injecting the fat. I mean, and here's the thing too. Zeus didn't even have a trigger warning. This was a very squeamish, gory episode. I ain't even gonna lie. Seeing them, she's like, we're gonna inject some tunnels into your butt right now, so that way we can have a place to put the fat in. And Rollie was visibly more uncomfortable getting the fat injected than she was getting it taken out. And this is how I'm imagined. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not in the medical profession at all. I just let them know a couple of homegirls now. Okay, because I'm from around the way, child, and listen, so anyway, I would imagine with them putting the fat back in her and it's causing her more pain, this is where we see a lot more complications too. This is why liposuction is way more favorable over a BBL, because it's something about injecting that fat back into the body is what makes it a little bit more dangerous, in addition to being under the anesthesia. So she's putting the shit in her, She was like, oh my gosh, this shit hurt. This shit hurt. She wasn't even, she was holding back. I felt that shit, girl. So after the procedure, she gets up and she's on the phone with Natalie. And Natalie just seemed like a really supportive sister. All right, see you later, Nat. Okay, let me see. All right, good. Like, I'm supporting my sister and what it is that she has going on. So she's like, well, when can you come back? And she's like, girl, 6 weeks. And the girl chimed in like, it ain't 6 weeks. You'll be good in 2 days. You could be up and walking in 2 days. You could be up and walking in 2 days, bitch, but you can't even sit down. Sit your ass down. You can't even sit down. I mean, you can have the butt pillow, they say, in 2 weeks. But I would then say at least 2 weeks, so that way you can actually sit on the butt pillow. I'm sure if you had a BBL and you over here, girl, drop down in the comments. Maybe some people be like, oh, I heal different. I heal faster. So it took me a week. Okay, cool. I I remember when BBLs were first getting, I don't say get started, but like it was starting to hit the hood, because this shit came out like a fucking epidemic. You know, you seen it on the commercials. It's almost like lace fronts. You know what I mean? Everybody's seen the lace fronts on Beyonce and all of these other glamorous superstars. And then slowly but surely you start seeing, you know, people from the suburbs had a couple lace fronts. Then, you know, the girls in the hood started getting a couple lace fronts. So now before you know, everybody walking around with the front door screen on a forehead. But really it was meant to be whatever. So I remember when BBLs first came out, I just felt like the recovery time was a little bit longer than just, oh, in 2 weeks you can sit on your butt pillow. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's people who have made whole businesses and business models over recovery homes. Which is she? Are we gonna see her? When I'm assuming we are. Let's just wait. Because whatever. So anyway, she's talking to Natalie and she's like, oh no, you can go into 2 days. And what I find really telling about this is the fact that Rollie doesn't even know what her real turnaround time is. The girl who's giving her the surgery does. And we can't say that she was motherfucking under no nothing. She just didn't even know. You don't even know what the turnaround time is on your own surgery that you're going through. That just gives me desperation. It just gives me, I don't care. I'm just going to do this regardless because I need this. Anytime that somebody's having a major procedure, bitch, I know what the doctor is, exactly what are we doing. I'm going to make sure I'm thorough. Especially when we're talking about something like, when can I get back up to full capacity? And bitch, you's a mother. And I don't care if your son is 13 or not. You get what I'm saying? Like, I need to know when I'm going to be back at my 100%. And what medical professions always do is, well, you know, we can't say everybody heals differently. Well, what's your fucking projection, doc? You get what I'm saying? That's just me. And I feel like a lot of people who are asking the right questions would have known that. Y'all feel me on that? So anyway, so she's getting in the car, whatever. She don't even know when she can fucking sit on her ass. So she's getting in the car, her little Uber black girl, and she's like, I can't sit in there. We got to get in the trunk. We got to get in the trunk. And again, there are whole businesses dedicated to recovery houses. They have the actual vans and cars that have futons in it for you to get in. They go get the steps for her to walk into. And she's on the chucks and she's laying down like just completely unprepared. Didn't even have a pillow. Just in the truck, didn't even have a pillow, okay? Now I'm sure that she's under the anesthesia, so it's fine now. And she's like, girl, we need to get some pain medicine. What did they say? If we can get some Tylenol extra strength. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna need me a little bit more. They talking about some Tylenol extra strength. Yeah, it's giving. This ain't enough, bitch. We gonna make it enough. Cause what? Hello? Yeah, let me get. There's no way I'm about to be in pain like that. I don't give a good goddamn. But I guess you gotta be real careful too, because you don't want to be on nothing. I don't know. I just Tylenol extra strength, doc. We out here moving and grieving like this, bitch. Give me something right now. Give me my things now while I'm on my way. Anyway, so she's like, yeah, she's in the car and she's talking to a couple of people. She's like, everybody's, you know, because she was on live while she was like, hold on, y'all. I'm about to try to figure out how I'm gonna get in the car. She don't even know how she gonna get in the car. Just underprepared. I hate that. I'm a little bit of a planner, so it was just triggering for me. Like, bitch, how you don't even know how you about to get in this car and you just had this motherfucking surgery? Stupid. Stupid. So anyway, she's on. She's in the car and they're talking. And she's like, everybody's just pissed off talking about something. You should have had the gastric sleeve because that makes more sense. No, I'm just trying to show people that there are other ways. Now listen, this ain't no shade, but I know a couple of girls who got the gastric sleeve and they still big. I mean, come on now. Would it have been a healthier choice? I'm sure. Would it have made more sense for her and aligned with her goals of trying to be healthier for her son? I'm sure. Did she need that immediate satisfaction so she can catch that next wave of baddies? I'm sure. Right? It's like, I just feel like, you know, the gastric sleeve, she wasn't B. She needed that immediate satisfaction. So she's talking to Kat, and Kat was just like, you know, I'm gonna keep in contact with you. She talked to Big Sexy. They're all seeming like they're all hype men to her. I feel like she needs that kind of extra hype, which, you know, you gotta have people around you. I ain't mad at that. So she's just like, I just want people to know that I'm a healthy ass big girl and I'm just this and the third. I think what she was trying to say was, although she is plus size, she doesn't have any chronic illnesses. She doesn't have any diseases, you know, diabetes, which I like to call diabeteses. She don't have no diabeteses. and she don't have no high blood pressure or things of that nature, where people can be skinny, thin, and who look healthy but suffer from other, you know, illnesses and ailments. So don't just think that because somebody is big that you are in better shape or better health than them, because that doesn't necessarily be the case sometimes. There are plenty of people who are small in frame but have diabetes. There are plenty of people who are small in frame and have chronic illnesses and ailments. Your big ass is at McDonald's getting what you want to eat. Low cholesterol, no hypertension, no diabetes. It happens like that. Now, is it going to happen like that for forever? Maybe, maybe not. Who am I? But that is a thing. I don't know why people were so hung up on healthy as big girl. That doesn't make sense. Like, girl, whatever, it is what it is. But we're going to see her get some more procedures done. I think we see her at a recovery house where the guy was telling her, like, yeah, I think they did it too fast. And that's the kind of conversation that we want to have. I think that it's good that we're seeing BBLs in this real way. A part of it is going to be a desensitization. We're going to start seeing more girls that's doing it because they've seen other people do it. And I just feel like there are going to be some girls who are going to see and be like, absolutely not. No thanks. Got a blast. To the gym I go. And some people are going to fall somewhere in between. I want to know what you think about this. I think it was informative. We like to see Rollie. We do. We like to see Rollie in this light. I'm gonna wait to see to the next episode to make some real sort of you know, opinions and judgments about it. Right now I'm still filling it out, but I want to know what you think. Okay, drop them in the comments. Let me know. Do you think Rollie is doing too much? Is the show giving? Does it feel real? What does it feel like to you? Let me know. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.